mean, if these were my kids, I would drag them down to the police station myself.
Tonight at 6, Christmas decorations are destroyed.
I mean, you ruined Christmas for us.
Denver Mayor Michael Hancock tells people to stay home for the holiday.
If you can, remain in your household. If you can, stay with just those in your household.
Then drives to DIA and boards a flight for Mississippi.
So this cold front will bring some snow for Thanksgiving, which areas could see a couple of inches.
Plus, an accomplice to a heinous crime goes up for parole.
Governor Polis gives small businesses a break.
CSU wonders if it will ever play football again.
And a veteran's widow asked for help finishing what her husband could not. How could we possibly say no?
We always did everything on our own.
And good evening. We are so glad you're with us tonight. I'm Ann Trujillo.
I'm Shannon Ogden. We're going to spend a large portion of our time tonight expressing our thanks to the many, many people who have made this awful year bearable.
But first, we're airing our grievances, beginning with the vandals who are making life miserable for people trying to celebrate the holidays. Ivan Rodriguez reports.
The meaning of Christmas is different for everyone, but for many in this Castle Pines neighborhood, a big part of it are the decorations.
Ourselves and the neighbor across the street, we kind of light up this whole corner when our decorations are lit up at night. Not only the kids love it, the adults love it as well.
But the actions of a few hurt several in this part of town.
I'm very sad in the fact that they think this is something fun to go do.
Albert Hoffman's decorations were vandalized in the middle of the night.
The elf that we have here with the letter to Santa Claus looks like he got kicked over. Santa Claus looks like they did the same thing with him. Looks like they kicked his face in.
His neighbor Holly down the street caught their decorations getting destroyed on camera.
Grabbed our deer, pulled it out of the ground and threw it down on the yard and jumped on it.
Now she's taking down her decorations.
Just the senselessness of it. I mean, you ruined Christmas for us, made an already hard year more difficult.
It's even more difficult to comprehend for her young daughter.
She said, "Mommy, why would somebody do that?" And I said, "Honey, I don't know, but that's why we tell you to be nice, because you can hurt people's hearts when you do things like this."
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says at least 5 homes were targeted, including a Denver7 employees. In total, about $400 in damage.
They must be either very, very bored or they have a dislike for Christmas.
Regardless of the answer, it's a prank that's hurt more than just the decorations outside their homes. Ivan Rodriguez, Denver7.
Just heartless. And we hoped we wouldn't have to do this, but alas, the ne'er-do-wells of Denver have forced our hand. The Porch Pirate Hall of Shame is back for the holidays, and the first dishonors go to this guy who apparently waited for a FedEx truck to drive off before stealing a child's Christmas present. This was in Lakewood. So if you recognize him, contact police. And if you have people in need of shaming, please contact Denver7 by email.
Crystal Kenny has been denied parole. She made her case to the parole board earlier today. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison for her role in the murder of Kelsey Barrett, a Woodland Park mother who disappeared Thanksgiving 2018. Kenny's testimony proved pivotal to convicting Barrett's fiancé, Patrick Frazee, in that murder. Prosecutors compared the arrangement to a deal with the devil.
The district attorney's race in Arapahoe, Douglas, Elbert, and Lincoln counties is headed to a recount. Democrat Amy Padden is running against Republican John Kellner to become chief prosecutor in the 18th Judicial, replacing George Brockler. Now, according to the Secretary of State's office, fewer than 1,500 votes separate the two candidates. Kellner currently holds the advantage.
Governor Polis is extending the deadline for restaurants, bars, and food trucks to pay sales tax for the month of November. Now, this is a stopgap measure intended to stop the bleeding until the legislature meets for its special session. And there, lawmakers will consider allowing small businesses to hang on to up to $2,000 a month in sales tax for the months of November through February.
An additional 55 people have died of coronavirus here in Colorado. The virus likely had some role in the deaths of another 46. Nearly 4,200 cases were confirmed today, and we have stayed below 5,000 all week. And hospitals, they're in terrible shape. Just under 1,800 beds are in use right now. More than 1/3 of the facilities in the state expect to be short on staff in the next week.
The state health department's keeping track of 1,100 active outbreaks tonight. Among the latest to report, the Walmart at Quebec Square in Denver, the upscale Urban Farmer restaurant in downtown, and the Mountain House cafeteria at Keystone.
Just this morning, Denver Mayor Michael Hancock urged people to stay at home for the holiday or to stay with those in their own household. And Then he drove to DIA and boarded a flight for his daughter's home in Mississippi. Now, a spokesperson tells us the mayor is celebrating only with his wife and daughter and will follow all safety guidance upon his return. His actions have roundly been condemned as hypocritical. And late this afternoon, the mayor acknowledged the criticism in a statement, and it reads in part, quote, "I apologize to the residents of Denver who see my decision as conflicting with the guidance to stay at home for all but essential travel. I made my decision as a husband and father. And for those who are angry and disappointed, I humbly ask you to forgive decisions that are born of my heart and not my head." Now, Governor Polis said today he was unaware of the mayor's travel plans, and as for the governor, he's staying home with his immediate family.
We care deeply about our extended family, and I haven't seen my parents in 9 months, and that's very hard. Not only do I want to set the example as governor, of course, but frankly, this is what we do because we love our family.
Governor Polis added that he couldn't find a small turkey, so he ended up with a 14-pounder for a family of 4. And First Gentleman Marlon Reese is also vegan, so turkey won't be on his plate.
Plenty of leftovers here. And Mayor Hancock is one of 34,000 people expected through TSA checkpoints at DIA today. That is compared to nearly 200,000 last year, when record demand and a series of weather-induced cancellations snowballed into an extremely busy day at our airport. Well, doctors still don't think it's a good idea, but most travelers have decided that driving is the safest option this Thanksgiving. Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson joins us at 6 tonight. Mike, no major storms, but drivers could see a little bit of snow or rain out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're driving anywhere close by over the next 24 hours, you won't have much to worry about. Temperatures have been mostly 30s and 40s. No warnings or advisories across the state. Hardly any clouds across Colorado. But there is a little front coming in from the west. That's brought some light snow showers to the northern Rockies. That will move into Colorado. A lot heavier rain over the eastern part of the country, and that's with a storm system that's going to spread snow and rain over the Great Lakes. That's the main weather concern for traveling over the next 36 hours, as that system is going to move up into the Great Lakes and eventually across the Northeast. This front coming across Colorado is not going to do much to us at all. Little bit of snow and slightly cooler temperatures over the next 24 hours. But by little bit, I'm talking an inch or two in the mountains and just a few flakes down here on the plains. Full 7-day forecast coming up.
You know, it is tradition around this time of year to give and accept thanks.
Typically, we do this around the dinner table, but since many of us cannot be together this Thanksgiving, we're going to list a few things we are thankful for right here.
We are thankful for healthcare workers, the nurses, doctors, paramedics, and aides who have pushed their own physical and mental health to the limit to keep us safe. And therapists, we appreciate you as well.
We are thankful for firefighters. You stepped up during an unprecedented fire season, stared down Mother Nature, and said, if you want to get to this neighborhood, you're going to have to go through us first.
And we're thankful for teachers and social workers who refuse to let kids fall behind. And to you parents, we know it has not been easy.
No. And in a year when the actions of police have justifiably faced criticism, we're certainly thankful for the officers who have responded to delicate situations with determination and grace.
We're also thankful for the protesters who peacefully took to the streets and demanded accountability. Yours was good trouble.
And we are thankful for poll workers who kept the craziest election in U.S. history from going off the rails. Also to Jenna Griswold and Wayne Williams, who ensured Coloradans would not have to risk getting sick to participate in democracy.
We send our appreciation to health departments who have sometimes been forced to make the tough calls. We do not envy your position.
Boy, we're thankful for the Denver Nuggets. That playoff run provided a deeply needed distraction.
Definitely. And we give thanks to our local grocery stores and the people who work there. You have been through outbreak after outbreak without the option of shutting down. You had to deal with customers during a toilet paper shortage. Liquor stores and delivery drivers, you've come up big too.
And we send our appreciation to the small businesses and the restaurants trying to get through this, to the servers and clerks risking their health, to the good managers and bosses who've had to make difficult decisions.
And on a more personal note, we are thankful to all of you. You have raised money for people who've lost their homes and possessions in fires. When a neighbor's been down on his or her luck, you have come running.
Absolutely. You've reminded us that empathy is our greatest asset, and there's no substitute for kindness. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we want to hear from you. What are you thankful for this year? Let us know with an email to 360@thedenverchannel.com. Denver7 photojournalist Jacob Curtis, another person we are thankful for.
So he has tonight's story about a Denver woman with a simple wish and the community happy to grant it.
Monday night, I just got onto the Nextdoor app and thought I would reach out to see if anybody in my community was in need. It kind of got a lot bigger than I thought it was going to, not only with people who were requesting maybe meal donations, but also my neighbors who were contributing. So last night I got about 4 or 5 Venmos sent to me, totaling $1,150. This will be good for a smaller family. A boneless turkey breast that has a gravy packet in it. A really nice butterball turkey. And I got 3 bags of potatoes. And I got 3 bags of onions. These are Thanksgiving staples as far as my family's concerned. Miss Juanita, she just wants some burritos. And so I ordered from Santiago's. And she also asked if I could get some dog and cat food. And I thought that was lovely, and I think that's really special. And then Whole Foods has donated a $1,000 gift card, and it is amazing and overwhelming, and we are gonna be able to feed so many people, and I have to just get it done. And I'm just so grateful, and it's so humbling, and it's amazing.
And that is so exciting. For the record, we only asked Whole Foods if we could film inside their store, and that gift card idea, it was all them.
Oh, so good. Well, for a lifetime, they did everything themselves, and now it's our turn to help. So we'll have that story. Please stick around. That's next.